Welcome to Field of Dreams Dog Training Orientation video. Following GPS to Field of Dreams Dog Training will bring you down Jackson Avenue and you will see Field of Dreams Doggy Daycare on your left. Go past the Field of Dreams Doggy Daycare and Dog Grooming and turn left around the concrete wall through the fence and proceed back to Field of Dreams Dog Training. You may park beside the building as shown in the video, being careful not to block the driveway. Go up the steps and enter through the door beside the sign. Now here's Field of Dreams owner Karen Huff to take you through the training process. Please note that some of the areas shown in this video are changing as we grow and make improvements in order to serve you better here at Field of Dreams Dog Training.
Here, as long as it's not too hot, we'd like you to leave your dog in your car. But bring your dog's necessary items with you. You're going to come on in and we're going to go choose a cubicle. As you come in, we want to keep it like a traffic pattern. You're going to enter on the right and exit on the right. As you come in, you're going to want to pick a cubicle. After you've chosen your cubicle, you want to then get all of your dog's necessary items out and ready for them. You want to bring a water bowl and some water for you and your dog. Fill that up. Next, I'm going to get out my dog's bait bag. We do recommend that you bring your dog's treats in some sort of container, either a bait bag or a fanny pack or a baggie, something that you can put in your pocket. After you have all of your dog's items ready for them, the next thing you're going to do is come on over to this table. On this table is this black box. In the black box is going to be an envelope. You'll find the envelope with your name on it. You're going to take your envelope. Within your envelope is going to be an attendance card and a name tag. We're going to ask that you put your name tag on and then just place the attendance card on your envelope, and now you're ready to go get your dog. Remember, we've set this up like a traffic pattern, so we're going to exit on the right-hand side. Before you get your dog out of the car, you want to make sure that you have a baggie in case your dog eliminates. If you leave home without one, we have plenty for you. So I'm going to get my dog out of the car. We're going to go over here. I'm going to offer her a toilet opportunity. You'll have all this area to use. If your dog does eliminate, please pick up after them. You may then come over here and dispose of it in one of these trash cans. Just a reminder, we're going to keep with the traffic pattern and enter on the right. As you come in, you'll head to your cubicle. First thing you'll want to do is tether your dog. See if they'd like an opportunity for some water. Then I suggest, as other students and dogs are coming in to class, that you try and keep your dog's attention on you. The easiest way to do that is to be giving them a few treats. You can sit in the chair if you like, or just stand with them and be rewarding them for paying attention to you while other students are coming into class. What type of treats to bring? We highly recommend people food. So our choices for people food, you have hot dogs, string cheese, and meatballs. Meatballs are just the regular appetizer meatballs. Please don't get Italian or Swedish meatballs. If you would like actual dog food, we recommend products by Pet Biotonics. This is actually marketed as dog food, and this is what it looks like cut up. And then they have training treats, and those are the training treats. Please make sure that they are very small in size, either pea-sized or half of the size of an M&M. And you're going to ask yourself, how much food should I bring for my dog? I want you to bring twice as much as you think your dog will need. I'd like to see the baggie full of food so that we don't run out. When you bring your dog to class, they should be wearing a flat, snap, or buckle collar or harness along with the 4 to 6 foot leash. Please no training, choke, or prong collars or chain or flexi leashes. For the other end of the leash, for the human side, we do ask that you wear shoes that you cannot walk out of. We prefer that you wear tennis shoes, something along that nature. At the end of class, weather permitting, ideally we would like for you to take your dog out to your vehicle first. You ready? Let's go. When you come back into the building, what you would like to do is go ahead and pack up all of your items. Now that we've gone over the steps for getting set up for class, let's discuss what we'll be learning. By watching this orientation program, this gives us the opportunity to set you and your dog up for success in class and give you a head start on addressing some of the more challenging aspects of raising a dog. Dogs learn in two different ways, one by association and one by consequence. Dogs are constantly forming associations, whether it be safe, dangerous, neutral, or good for me or bad for me. These associations inform the decisions they make and the reactions they have to various situations. One example of learning by association would be every time you get your dog's food bowl out, your dog gets very excited. Your dog has learned that good things happen when they see their food bowl. Now let's talk about learning by consequence. A human example would be if I took my daughter out for ice cream a week after she received a good report card. When she eats the ice cream, she will understand that she is being rewarded for grades she got a week ago, which she got because of work she did over the course of a period of months. A dog could never understand this. It's way beyond their ability to connect events over time like this. Dogs learn by consequence like we do, but for dogs, especially puppies, the consequence has to be immediate. It must occur right on the heels of the action that caused it. For example, say I lure my dog into a sit with my hand. Then I rummage around for the treat, trying to figure out where I put it. By the time I deliver the treat, 5 seconds later, the impact is lost. My dog may not realize that she was rewarded for sitting. In the 5 seconds between the sit and the treat, she sneezed, sniffed the ground, and looked left. All of a sudden, there was a treat. As far as she's concerned, she just got the treat for looking left. You'll eventually teach your dog to sit, but it will take a while. This is why we use the clicker or a marker word. It allows us to tell our dogs the precise moment she won the treat. Once we've clicked or marked the behavior, we buy ourselves a few seconds to get the treat out of our pocket or bait bag because our dog knows what she's getting her treat for. The clicker or marker word is a reward marker. It marks the moment the reward was won. In order to introduce the clicker to the dog, we must first explain that the click means a treat is coming. The first way we do this is I'm going to click, followed by a treat. Click, followed by a treat. Click, and you're going to repeat this no less than 10 times. After our dog understands that the click means a treat is coming, and we want to start teaching them exercises, we're going to start out with the lure method. I want to take a treat and I want to lure my dog into that position. We will start with the sit. I'll have a piece of treat in my hand. It will be at my dog's nose, and I'm going to slowly move it up. Once she's in the sit position, I'm going to click and she gets her treat. I'm going to start with the stand position. I'm going to lure my dog back into a sit. I'm going to click and give her her treat. That's demonstrating the lure method. After our dog understands the behavior, the exercise of sit, now it's time to slowly start transitioning from a lure to a reward. I can still use my hand signal or a verbal or both, blink sit, at which point I will click, then I reach into my bait bag, produce a treat. Now that becomes a reward. After your dog has learned a particular exercise, let's take sit for example, it's no longer necessary for you to click every time they sit. You can reward them with a verbal yes, that was a good job, a nice stroke on the back, so it's not going to be necessary to carry a clicker and a bait bag around with you for the rest of your dog's life. Socialization is the developmental process whereby puppies and adolescent dogs familiarize themselves with their constantly changing surroundings. Essentially, it means that puppies have to encounter and be comfortable with all of the things we want them to accept gracefully as adults. That means all kinds of people, other dogs, other animals, noises, sights, etc. Once they reach a certain age, usually around 4 to 6 months, their ability to easily accept new experiences begins to wane. If they have not been well socialized by that time, you may see some behavioral problems stemming from fear. When your dog encounters each new thing on the list, it's important that the experience be positive. Remember, we are talking about learning by association. We want your dog to be making positive associations. We want him to learn that the world is safe, that new people and animals and sounds and places are things to be excited about. Help him form positive associations by praising him when he encounters something new. Treats help too, and if he seems even a little bit nervous, move a little distance away, give him treats, and then move on. Anything he's unsure about should be encountered in short bursts. Walk away from whatever it is and then walk back. As he sees or hears whatever it is, start your cheerful, happy praise and break out the treats. When you move away from it, go quiet and stop the treats. We want your dog to learn that the presence of the scary thing is what makes you give him food. He begins to associate the food with the experience and realizes, hey, that new thing really wasn't so bad after all. Thank you very much for signing up for classes at Field of Dreams Dog Training. You will be receiving a student handbook. Within that handbook are some really good articles that we encourage you to read. Some of the articles that you'd want to take note of are crate training, long-term and short-term confinement areas, shoe training, and also exercise. If you have any questions after you've read these, please let us know and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.